Oh, dog ran away. We out here doing this. We're just yelling that right before this started. This is, well, we still have 3 working titles. JJ Lieberman's Come Dump Hour, the greatest podcast for elite losers. And I don't even know the nameless podcast, JJ Lieberman Experience. Anyways, I don't think I can use that.
The Cum Dump Hour?
No, Joe Rogan Experience, JJ Lieberman Experience.
No, I think you could have like really good clickbaity stuff where people
Really?
get the J, the R, and the E mixed
The
up.
J, yeah.
Yeah, you could-
JJE.
Yeah, just start putting that out. We get an intro of me going like, JJ Lieberman by day, all night, all day.
This is the JJE. Anyways, thank you guys for coming in. So, we are back in town after being in Vegas, and that is not what I want to talk about. I do have a filter here. That is also not what I want to talk about. I don't know. I guess you can see that. This filter, it literally came today, and that's how you know you're kind of starting to, on the lowest level, financially make it, because there is no fucking need for an air purifier. It doesn't make a difference. You can say it does. Like, that's the same thing with, I sleep better with the humidifier. You don't need it. I'm 44 years old. I've never had an air purifier or a filter in my house before. And now I'm like, I smell wet dog. I'm like, I got to buy this thing because it stinks in here. Well, it doesn't really. Could you tell? Could you smell anything?
No, I couldn't smell it.
You couldn't smell wet
I
dog?
think it smelled like wet dog.
Okay. Well, I felt like once something goes in my ecosystem, and we were talking about that, once something's in my head, it sticks. So, anyways, all these great things. We will talk about Vegas. Hopefully, remind me that we were just in Vegas. We had an entire day with arguably one of the biggest porn stars in the world. Definitely top 5 MILF porn stars in the world. We hung out all day. We shot content. And officially making this announcement, my OnlyFans, I've said it, people thought it was a joke. My OnlyFans is dropping in January 2025. This is official. The Cum Dump Hour, the JJ Lieberman Cum Dump Hour, has announced on December 18th, my OnlyFans, my JJ Lieberman OnlyFans. There's no mask, there's no anything. It is me, OnlyFans, January 2025. This is the greatest podcast for elite losers. Anyways, so anyhow, we will talk about Vegas when we have the time. Let me know when it's 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'll let you.
And we'll try to go to 20. That's the ideal thing. I mean, honestly, one person talking for more than 15 minutes, disgusting. You disgusting human being. You self-serving, disgusting. Unless it's Alan Watts or Christopher Hitchens, nobody should have a fucking solo rant or Tim Dillon and Bill Burr. And obviously have to say that too.
The elites.
Who else?
I just said the elites.
Oh, the elites. Yeah, the elites. But so we are here, and the one thing me and producer Brandon Lejean was talking about before this, I like to keep culturally relevant. Not all my life is spent on Reddit, looking at Reddit Massive Cock, looking at Reddit Lactation, looking at Reddit Riding Queens. I think, what's the other riding one where chicks get on top? The problem with the Reddit Riding Queens, I don't like reverse cowgirl. I don't want to look at your back. I want to look at you. I want to look at you. I want to look at the belly button ring as it's and I don't like the bouncing either. I like the grind when they grind the hips because I know they're about to get off. So I like the grinding of the hips, like kind of this way instead of the pogo stick. Right? I don't like the pogo stick. It's not fun for me. But anyhow, yes. I don't even know. Oh yeah. Okay. I knew what I was going to say. There's only so much Reddit deviance you can watch in the course of a day, and I want to max it out at an hour. An hour, so like 1/24th of my day is looking at smut. The other parts of the day, I want to further my career, further my education, further my health. I want to be a better person. And I do that by watching things on YouTube. I watch a lot of news. I fell asleep to the dinosaurs. There was I was just sitting there and I'm like, how the fuck are these things? How did they exist? I have 44 years old. I don't remember. Did we learn dinosaurs in college or high school?
I think like early. It's like earth science. It's
Earth
part of,
science.
They give you like, yeah, there were rocks and dinosaurs back then. We skip over
Great
it.
school.
Yeah.
Which is the dumbest thing to teach kids because I'm watching this shit about Paleolithic, paleontology or something, whatever those were, the Messianic era. I'm like, there's no way some kid can understand what the fuck people are talking. I barely understood. I fell asleep. It was great, though. It was great. And so they were doing the whole thing before and after. So and I'll be honest with you, I learn about the dinosaurs. So hopefully in the next 10 years, I could have a bit about dinosaurs and people think, oh, look at this well-educated man. No, I'm forcing it. I'm forcing the dinosaur shit down your throat. I don't care. I would rather, truthfully, be spending 5/24 of a day on Reddit. But I'm not because I want to buy fucking air filters. So, anyways, I wish I didn't screw up that line. That would have been clean. A clean line's better. But anyhow, but the one thing that is interesting that me and Brandon were talking about before, I said, shut up. We're talking. We had a great conversation. You know, we're buddies. He's a comic. He's funny, and I like him. He before I was doing okay in life. He would still give me spots. I think he respected me as a comic. You don't have to answer, but maybe he gave me spots, or he respected my friends, and I was with my friends who are famous. And then I was like, you know, you're kind of the mentally ill brother that the mother makes you. Hey, bring Corey, bring Corey. You have to bring Corey. So like that, maybe that was what people.
You were really polite.
Yeah,
that was mainly you were like, you asked nice, you asked right.
I think I do.
Don't tell other comics that, but if you just ask me politely, I'll probably put you
Really?
on. Yeah, if you just are like not an asshole about it, send me a tape so I don't have to be like, hey, thanks for messaging me. Can you send me a tape? And then now it's this weird thing. Just don't message me. Go, if you want, I can send you. Just send me it.
Yeah, send the tape.
I'll watch it.
But for what it's worth, I did kill.
Yeah, I know you're a great comic.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But yeah, so we were talking. You know, as he's setting up the amazing setup we have here. We're talking about Andrew Schultz, who I'll be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of his podcasts. I know who he is. I'm friends with Mark Gagnon, one of his co-hosts, and I think both are great. I love Mark, and not because he's hot with abs and I want to service him. That's not the reason. I don't. He's a married man and he has a kid. I respect that. I would never say, although I did once tell Luke Tuma, I saw Mark Gagnon walk into Williamsburg Comedy Club. I don't know why I'm looking at you. I saw Mark Gagnon walk into Williamsburg Comedy Club, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like, because I knew who he was, but I'd never seen him in person. And then he introduced himself, and I looked over to Luke. I said, it's weird meeting a guy for the first time, and you've already jerked off over him. And then Luke told him that on a podcast. I'm like, that was not for him to know. And I would have never said that if Luke never told him that. And hopefully that this doesn't get back to him. He's like, oh, you're using a story, how you're disgusting mentally to get views? Fuck yeah. Ideally, we would use that as a clip. Tag him, invite him as a collab. Would you accept this collab of a story about me? It was a joke. Anyways, so I was getting interest because one of the biggest cultural things right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is like, we're going to have full conversation now. This is not, I know you're probably looking at.
I was just looking up more stuff on it, making sure I didn't miss anything.
Or were you looking up Reddit riding queens?
Both. I have two browsers open up just in case.
So we're talking about, I saw the Joke World guy talk about the whole Schultz Kendrick Lamar, and I knew it was in the ecosystem. So correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not one of the biggest things going on right now in like pop culture?
It like is, but it isn't.
Why?
I don't.
What's bigger, UFOs?
No.
No, I'm not mad.
I know I please stop yelling at me. No, I agree with you. It should be bigger because it's like one of the top comedians, which comedy's so big right now.
And the biggest ramp, and just to like, obviously you know this, and if you don't know this, you're fucking retarded. But the whole Kendrick and Drake thing broke the internet.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know. I'm reading. That's what I was reading. Is the 50 Cent responded. I didn't even hear about that.
I think that was a joke because this is the whole point. 50 was just on Andrew Schultz on Flagrant.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think it was.
Okay.
Or 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's why all of these things aren't reaching like the news. I feel like it's NFL, college football playoffs, and UFOs.
No, I think so. Here's my theory. I think the way the world works now, and then we'll get to pop culture, is once your algorithm understands you as a person, whether it's politics, this, that, the other thing, that's all it's ever going to feed you.
Definitely.
So where you're like, again, there's brilliant robots, brilliant human beings that have created robots to feed us information. Like perfect example, Reddit. I'm a part of so many Reddit groups. Yeah. I never get the news ones. Those were the first ones I signed up for. Once again, it's just Reddit massive cops, riding queens, lactation station. There is not like DATV, DATV
yes.
for guys who have the V. So like hard abs and dick. So I don't get the news stuff because the algorithm understands when I'm on there for 1/24 of my day that's what I'm taking in, and that's the same thing as YouTube. Yes, I watched the Paleolithic Mesozoic era of the dinosaurs, but that was a one-time thing. I'm not going back. So all that's going to be fed to me right now is the 50s. So to me, this is the biggest thing right now, pop culture. Or is it the UFOs that I think it came out yesterday too that it was drones?
Yeah, and they're looking for radioactive material in New Jersey. That's not a nuke. It's just radioactive material.
Yeah.
Whatever
So
that means.
And that was the biggest thing. And that was the funny thing because I think everyone's stupid, me included. And part of that is you would see these people and they're like, you dumb idiots, you taking it like people were saying I was watching Tim Pool last night and he was saying people are just taking pictures of airplanes and they're like kind of making fun of how stupid people are. And yes, people are very stupid, me included, because on Sunday night when I got back from Vegas, I was high as a kite on an edible. Shout out to Camino, Kiva. I don't know if you know them, Kiva Confections. They have the best edibles. They're based out in California, and I think and they came to the show on Thursday night in Vegas. And thank you everyone else who came to the show, including Alexis Fox, great big tits, porn star, MILF porn star, came to the show and we hung out the next day or Saturday. And I took a Viagra thing. I was going to fuck her and we just shot content and ate Thai food. What can you do? But, you know what I'm saying? What can you do?
Yeah.
You can't win them all. But she did say if I got talent tested that I could wear a mask. And if I wanted to, and fuck her, I'm like, nah, fuck.
What's talent tested?
Talent test is the HIV test. So you have to, as porn stars, every shoot they get tested. So like, not every shoot. Like if I'm about to go do some shoots, I want to have the next 2 weeks clean. So you go to this place called talent testing. It's for all the porn stars. They run all your blood work and you get the results. So you know you can have bareback sex. Why am I not sitting like this?
Okay,
this is way more comfortable.
I thought you meant like I thought you had to like prove that you could fuck. Like it was
I
testing
can fuck,
your talent.
baby.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can prove it. So, anyways, I'm high as a kite on Sunday night, and I'm watching. Anonymous has a YouTube channel, and I'm just watching this channel, and I'm like, God damn. You know, they just different story after different story after different story after different story. And I'm stoned, flying high, baby. And I go, it's happening. They're fucking coming. It's over. And finally, when I've gotten some success, that's always the fear. you start getting success, and then a war breaks out. Nobody's going to comedy. Although, here is the thing. If something chaotic goes on, the truth is people still live their lives. Like if there's a world war going on right now, people will still live their, people will go to, you'll see that. They'll go to the grocery stores, they'll go to comedy shows, you know, you kind of like make a joke about it. So it's like, oh, it's a little crazy out there, right? And, you know, people laugh and then you keep on going on and keep on making jokes and hopefully you just don't become part of collateral damage and end up dead. But other than that, because this has been crazy 15 minutes.
Flew by.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're talented. So, but yeah, so my whole point is I want to say, man, I have, as someone who's like not a ball washer, I really am not. I've never been like a Schultz guy because I'm not into, you know, he is someone who, not against him. It's just not, I was never really watching him. I always thought he was super funny every time I saw him. But it was just never someone I would watch a lot of. And then I got down this rabbit hole with him versus Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, this guy is one of the most fearless fucking guys I've ever seen do comedy. He just kept on firing and firing and firing. And to me, that's like, dude, that's one, it's super funny. Two, it's like, dude, I wish... You know when you realize someone's that good? Like, you know, you see an athlete, for example, and like they're good, and then then they get traded to your team, and you're like, God damn, you're exceptional. And that's how I feel about him. Like, everything this man has touched, and you look at his career, it's all gone to gold.
Yeah.
Like, everything. The podcast, he was doing shit with Charlemagne. Every time he
Guy
tours.
Code was huge.
Yeah, Guy Code. Like, everything he's a part of. And this is, and you know how big he is. He's obviously doing stadiums, but you're like, I think there's a thing when someone's, you know, a really good looking guy and a fun guy, you kind of like, you don't sometimes give him enough credit. And this guy is, to me, and I'm watching this back and forth, you know, he can talk to everyone in the world. Like that is kind of like Theo Von. These are very few people in Rogan. They have the skill to be able to talk to anybody at any time. I mean, for fuck's sake, they've had the president of the United States on, and then they have 50 Cent on. That's mind-blowing. I could not, I'll be honest with you, I could not have the president of the United States on as I'm sitting in the cuck chair and he's in that I could not. I would be so uncomfortable. I would be sweating. I don't even think I would pass the Secret Service test because they have to do a sweep. If the Secret Service came to do a sweep, I'm getting locked up. I got contraband. I got other things in this place. The fact they're like, whoa, are you going to be sitting there? Oh, yeah, I'll be sitting in the cuck chair and Trump will be sitting there. They're like, this is not happening. I'm like, are you sure? It will get, that is kind of crazy when you have like a podcast that's not big and then you get a guy like Trump. It will go from 150 views to probably 10,000.
Thousands, yeah.
10,000.
Top podcast instantly.
No, not top.
Top 100. Top 200.
But yeah, so anyways, I guess we don't even really get to talk about what happened in Vegas. We've done almost 20, what are we at?
We're a minute short of 20 minutes.
Okay. So long story short, incredible time in Vegas. We'll talk Vegas next week. It's always nice to bank topics. I used to live in Vegas, so I could just rant about it. It's always nice. But we'll talk more next week about it. It was amazing. Alexis Fox, super cool adult entertainer. Not you know when again it goes when you go behind the screen and you see the people. Some people are fucking weirdos. Like, you know, I'm me. This is me. So if you like this, you'll like it. But some people, you'll meet someone and then afterwards are like, that's don't meet your heroes kind of thing. If I'm your hero, which you're sick in the head and you should be on medication more than just SSRIs. You should be on something. You're ill. But if I'm your hero and you meet me, it's no different. Except those guys, the one dude who keeps on sending me pictures of his, he has like a little bit of a fupa, and then it's his dick. And he sends pictures of him nutting on his wife's tits in my DM. I'm like, dude, if you had that V right here, if you you know, me and Eric Freddy were talking about it. His over the dick. For some reason, like fat guys will like bick, and then they're over the dick. It looks like Like it has the fat. Like if
Yeah.
like that's how it looks. That's what he is. I'm like, don't send me that. I'll be honest with you. Wife has great tits. Great tits. I just need a good dick in there too. I can settle with bad ones. So, anyways, how did that one? I don't even know. But
That was good.
That was good. I don't even know how I got into this. Crazy guy sent me the DM. Disgusting, by the way. Disgusting dick. But we're not getting monetized this episode, nor will we ever get monetized. But this is the JJ Liberman official Come Dump Hour. January 17th, we are in Austin, Texas. March 30th, we are in Tampa, and we're trying to get a Dallas and Houston date. But these fucking people don't respond. But other than that, we are in Austin till the new year. So if you're out in Austin, Texas, and you're not here January 17th, come out. Send me a DM if you want to come see me do a show. Working on 10, 15 minutes. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And go follow Brandon Lejean.
Yes, Brandon Lejean _
Yeah. For you fucking, if 10% every episode follows it, then he's gonna is that your Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be impossible. All right.
I know, my last name sucks.
Yeah. See you guys next week.